Today, I will analyze the issue of local authorities in Laos announcing a 2-hour internet shutdown in an area where a meeting was being held, which has sparked a great deal of doubt within Laotian society. In the past, when similar meetings were held, there were orders to close karaoke shops, sometimes for almost a week, which certainly impacted business owners. This latest announcement to shut down 4G and 5G internet is a new measure that has never occurred before. What will be the impact on foreign businesses, tourism, the medical field, and even service-based businesses, and how will it affect national credibility? Today, I will analyze which side, the positive or the negative, has more weight. If there is a shutdown or an internet outage for 2 hours across all networks, let's see what impacts will occur in each sector. Step 1. Personal communication. General people cannot use chat apps, make internet calls, or video calls. For example, imagine a family in another province needing to contact each other because a relative is in a medical emergency. They cannot send an immediate message to share the news. Students attending online classes might be cut off, causing them to miss important lessons. 2. Financial transactions. All banking apps and e-wallets become unusable. For instance, a customer buys something at a convenience store and wants to pay via QR code, but ultimately has to cancel the purchase because they have no cash. The store instantly loses revenue. Large companies that need to transfer monthly salaries to employees will face delays, causing dissatisfaction among staff. 3. Business and work. Online meetings are cut short and international business negotiations cannot proceed. For example, an export company needs to discuss a multi-million-dollar contract with a foreign partner, but when the internet goes down, communication is instantly severed. This could lead to a loss of trust from the partner. Businesses that use online POS systems such as coffee shops or supermarkets cannot process payments or issue bills, causing long queues and chaos for customers. 4. Public services and hospitals. Hospitals that use online electronic health record (EHR) systems cannot access patient histories. For example, there is an emergency patient from a road accident whose information needs to be sent to the destination hospital to prepare an operating room, but when the internet goes down, communication stops. The medical team won't have the patient's information in advance, leading to treatment delays that could instantly affect the patient's life. Systems or emergency centers that rely on real-time coordination will be severely disrupted. 5. Transportation and logistics. Shipping companies that update truck locations via online GPS will not be able to check the status of goods. For instance, if fresh goods like seafood or temperature-sensitive medications are being transported, but the delivery information cannot be updated, even a slight delay could instantly cause the products to lose their quality. Airlines that need to connect to online check-in systems will face delays, causing passengers to be stranded at the airport. 6. Macroeconomics. The stock market and online trading will be halted. For example, an investor is about to sell stocks to avoid a loss, but the internet is down and they cannot access the trading platform in time. This could result in a significant financial loss. The overall financial sector will lose confidence. Foreign investors might see the country as lacking digital stability. 7. Social impact. Online media and news platforms will stop updating, so the public won't receive immediate information about emergency events. For instance, in the event of a natural disaster, like a flash flood, people in the affected area might not receive a warning because the internet is down. This could delay evacuation and lead to loss of life. When it comes to the positive aspects, people might spend time talking to each other in person and walk to see each other instead of sending messages. Some might see it as an opportunity for a temporary break for their eyes and from the online world. From a deep dive national security perspective, it could prevent data breaches. For instance, a high-level meeting might be discussing top-secret development projects or holding a global-level confidential seminar that they don't want leaked to the outside world. This is a positive perspective or a comparative point to explain the importance of why Laotian authorities ordered a 2-hour internet shutdown during this meeting. For a critical analysis of the case where local authorities in Laos ordered a nationwide 2-hour internet shutdown on all networks, we must consider several dimensions, including the infrastructure system, economic and social impacts, and especially international credibility. On the reflection of the system and infrastructure, The internet shutdown reflects that the government has a highly centralized control over communication infrastructure, making private companies not independent. This results in business operations or internal organizational activities being brought to a halt. Technically, flipping the switch on the internet might be easy, but it will raise questions from abroad about whether Laos's infrastructure is fragile and is being used as a political tool rather than for protecting the public's interests. Foreign technology companies and investors might see relying on the digital system in Laos as a high-risk and unstable endeavor. From an economic perspective, digital businesses like e-commerce, digital banking, and import-export will be halted. Even just 2 hours can result in a direct loss of income. Foreign investors will question, if they shut it down for 2 hours today, could they shut it down for a whole day or repeatedly in the future? This creates a serious sense of uncertainty for investment. Countries competing to attract FDI, such as Thailand, Vietnam, or Cambodia, will immediately gain an advantage because they have greater digital stability. Laos will lose its competitiveness in the region. On the domestic social perspective, the public will feel that their fundamental rights to access information and communication are violated. In emergency situations like accidents, epidemics, or disasters, a 2-hour internet shutdown poses a direct risk to people's lives. When the public feels that the government can control all information, trust and confidence in the state will decrease. On international credibility, in the eyes of the international community, an internet shutdown is seen as a political tool rather than a means of managing infrastructure. This will negatively impact Laos's image. Laos will be grouped with countries that often order internet shutdowns, such as Myanmar, Iran, or some African nations. This will directly affect Laos's media freedom and internet freedom indexes. International organizations such as the UN, World Bank, or Human Rights Watch will question the Laotian government's transparency and respect for human rights. 2. Foreign tourists' perspective. Tourists rely on the internet constantly, whether it's using Google Maps to find restaurants, booking hotels or flights, or even contacting family abroad. If they are planning a hike, they could even get lost without it. If the internet is shut down, tourists may feel unsafe and inconvenienced and might choose to travel to other countries in the future instead. For example, if a foreign tourist is in an emergency, like an accident, and needs to contact their embassy urgently but has no internet, Laos's safety image will be severely damaged. 3. Foreign investors' perspective. Foreign investors who establish companies or factories in Laos need the internet to access data from their headquarters, hold online meetings with foreign partners, and submit financial reports. If the internet is suddenly shut down, an urgent meeting with the head office in Europe or America would have to stop mid-course, potentially causing damage to both the business and its credibility. 4. Multinational corporations' perspective. Multinational corporations often need to work across borders in real time, in fields like finance, logistics, and production. For example, a Japanese company in Laos needs to send an urgent data file to Tokyo to adjust a production plan, but cannot because the internet is shut down for 2 hours. This could cause production lines in other countries to stop as well. Or, if an international emergency occurs, such as a problem with transportation, politics, or a disaster, and a company in Laos cannot participate in an urgent online meeting, Laos will be seen as a weak link in the global business network. To put it simply, just a 2-hour internet shutdown could risk damaging the trust of tourists and investors for many years. That's all for this episode. Join me again next time, and if you don't want to miss it, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.